Welcome to the Start It, Own It, Finish It podcast with Dat Boy Mo 629. Discussing everything fitness and everything motivation. Here is where you will get your fitness education and motivational fix. Now, here's your host, Dat Boy Mo 629.
What's good, everybody? It's Dat Boy Mo 629 coming to y'all with another edition of the Start It, Own It, Finish It podcast. I think this is my third podcast, maybe my fourth podcast back. You know what I'm saying? Getting in the swing of things, getting acclimated to posting this on YouTube and also doing little clips and also having my little software back, getting acclimated back to this, you know what I'm saying? Trying to get comfortable behind the mic and all that. You know, it's been a while. Been a while since 2021, like I said before, coming back on the podcast. But let's get back. Let's get to the show. Right? So, this episode is about sciatic nerve pain, right? Which is suffered by millions of people across the world and millions of Americans. Sciatica is what it refers to a pain that radiates along the path of the sciatic nerve, right? Which branches from your lower back through your hips and butt and down each leg. Some people have it on both legs, some people have it on one leg versus the other. It is very debilitating. And I'll tell you right now, I have in the past, I believe, suffered from sciatic nerve pain. I want to say around 2014, 2015, right? I've suffered from sciatic nerve pain. And I tell you, when that hit, I was shuffling. Every day I'm shuffling. Yeah, I was shuffling. And I tell you, if something really happened, like if there was a catastrophic event, I would have been gone because I was not running. And it happened in the gym for me. So lately, I haven't had it because I've been stretching a lot. So this episode right here in this video for YouTube is basically to communicate 10 exercises that I believe can help alleviate sciatic nerve pain and also help deal with it as far as kind of like preventing it and stretching your body out. So I want to really talk about sciatica, and educate myself and you listening what exactly is sciatica. And like I said, it refers to a pain that radiates along the path of the sciatic nerve, which branches from your lower back through your hips and buttocks and down each leg. Typically, sciatica affects only one side of your body, but here are some details about it, right? So what causes sciatica? What exactly causes sciatica? There's people out there that suffer from sciatic nerve pain. They're kind of like, I don't really understand where it's come from or haven't got a medical diagnosis, but they know they have sciatic nerve pain. So they kind of like want to understand exactly where it comes from. So sciatica is most commonly caused by issues that put pressure on or causes irritation to the sciatic nerve. Now, I don't have my nervous system display up, but the nervous system, as far as like the sciatic nerve, that is, like I said, in your lower back to your buttocks down to your leg and radiate. So it's pretty damn painful. So, right, some of the issues, right, that cause sciatic nerve pain, right, lumbar herniated disc. So with that, all right, it's called a slip disc or a bulging disc, right? And that is common among Americans too. Can go undiagnosed also. So this occurs when the soft inner material of the disc protrudes through the tougher outer ring. And this is something that requires a medical diagnosis, probably through X-ray or MRI. So if you have a herniated disc, odds are you're going to need some kind of treatment from your medical professional. All right, and another cause is degenerative disc disease, right? So age-related changes in the disc can cause herniation or irritation. The older you get, the more porous your bones get. So, and your spinal your spine gets. Also, I was gonna say spinal column, but your spine gets. So the bone disc in your spine also deteriorates with age. That's why nutrition and exercise are very important. You gotta get your calcium in there. You gotta get the proper nutrition in there to keep those bones strong. So you don't want to have degenerative osteoporosis, anything with your bones. As you get older, you can't help it, right? You get older, your bones become weaker. So that's why weightlifting helps also. Weightlifting is a great, great way to combat weak bones as you get older. Spinal stenosis. So that's the narrowing of the spinal canal that puts pressure on the nerves, right? So another thing, with the spinal cord and the spine. So, and also, believe it or not, you should be able to believe it. Pregnancy. Pregnancy is a big component, a big reason behind sciatic nerve issues. So, changes in the body and pressure from the fetus can lead to sciatica. And one of the I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, but piriformis syndrome. Syndrome. This develops when the piriformis muscle is located in the butt region, spasms and compresses the sciatic nerve. Now, one of the exercises and one of the ways to combat this is I know the muscle itself. I just really don't know how to pronounce it. Hell, I'm not a medical professional. I'm just an Adam certified personal trainer, so I don't know how to pronounce every single muscle and bone and nerve in a human body. So I just know how to work it out, you know what I'm saying, and help alleviate the pain. So basically, right, so one of the exercises, actually two. I got a foam roll and I also got a stretching exercise that helps work that area out on your body in this podcast. So excuse me. I'm gonna put this on snooze real quick. You know what I'm saying? My phone, my watch. But anyway, so some symptoms of sciatica includes pain, obviously. It ranges from a mild ache to a sharp burning sensation, excruciating discomfort, and sometimes it can feel like a jolt or an electric shock. Now, when I suffered this, it was more like a jolt of pain, right? In my back. In my lower back. Oh man, I swear the fact that I've had this, I know what it feels like. So when you hear me saying, oh, and all that stuff, I know how painful this can be. So when it happened to me, I knew it was over. It was over for me for the day. So at the end of the day, it was over for me for the day. And all I could really do, honestly, is continue with what I was doing, go home and lay down. That's all I could really do. But back then, I didn't really have the knowledge on how to work it out or stretch it out or treat it myself. Like I said, it was about 2015, 2014, 2015, 2016. So when I became more knowledgeable, I was able to kind of like brace my body more, train my body more, and have a stronger core, have a stronger area of my body to where I'm just like, all right, okay, I ain't trying to feel this pain again. So this is what I'm going to do. These are the stretches I'm going to do. And these are exercises I'm going to do. So I ain't got to feel this no more. Every now and then it creeps back up, but not like back then at all. And I'm older now too, obviously. That's 10 years ago, 10, 9, 8 years ago. So I'm older now than I was then. So, and I ain't got it. So, yeah. So another symptom is numbness, tingling, or muscle weakness. Yeah, the numbness. For me, it was more like tingling and also the weakness too. So these can occur in the affected leg or foot. I never had it shoot to the foot. Like I said, it's in my hip, my buttocks, my leg, my upper leg, like my thigh part. It never radiated down past my calf or my foot, my ankle. Never radiated past that, but different strokes, different folks. So, and the pain also worsens with movement. So sneezing, coughing, and sitting for a long period of time may aggravate the pain. I wasn't sitting, like I said before. I was laying the hell down. You understand me? I laid down on that couch man, I was like, man, let me get to sleep, man. Hopefully I wake up and it feel better. It took about, like I said before, I had the knowledge on how to treat it. It took about 2 days for me to feel roughly 70 to 80% better. And then me not aggravating it anymore. I want to say 3, 4 days, I was cool. But different stroke, different folk, different fitness levels, all that stuff too. So, like I said before, diagnosis of sciatica involves a physical exam and patient's medical history. Additional tests might include X-ray or MRI and CT scans, right? So, yeah. So, these are my notes, so don't hate on me for having notes. Treatments. So treatments for is medication, obviously pain relievers, anti-inflammatories, and muscle relaxants. So anti-inflammatory medication, it's good for sciatica. I'm more of an herbal anti-inflammatory guy. I'm more of a fruits and veggies, food anti-inflammatory guy. So get in your foods that are anti-inflammatory, pain relievers, uh like Aleve, ibuprofen, aspirin, stuff like that. Don't overdo it, just enough. Or maybe even like one of them numbing agents that you put on that you can roll on, like BioFree, the Icy Hot, stuff like that. Physical therapy. So physical therapy is kind of similar to what I'm talking about now, as far as that is like focusing on improving posture, strengthening muscles, and increasing flexibility, which is what this podcast is really about. Steroid injections, I guess. So steroid injection, if it's severe, and you want injections, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? That's you. I'm not here to judge anybody. But steroid injections, these can help reduce the inflammation around the nerve. So if you got like an inflamed sciatic nerve, that it just won't go down with physical therapy, medication, or anything of that nature. It just won't go down then. Steroid injection and the extreme is surgery. So this is usually reserved for cases where the compressed nerve causes significant weakness, loss of bowel or bladder control, or the pain progressively worsens and doesn't improve with other therapy. So basically your last resort would be surgery. So, yeah. So prevention. Preventive measures can include regular exercise, right? Proper posture and ergonomics and daily activities to support health and spine. To me, it was improper form of exercise and also the way I bent down and stuff like that. It was just improper form. So I watched, like I said before earlier in the podcast, that my form and how I was lifting stuff and how I was bending and twisting, to me back then, I was less conscious of it versus how I am now. So I'm more conscious on my form. I'm more conscious on, even like right now, I'm kind of like slouching because of the way my mic is positioned and all that stuff. Like I don't, like I slouch a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I'm not a heavy sloucher, but I correct my form here and there. I do a lot of foam rolling, which I'll go through in this podcast to let you guys know as far as what exercises to do. But understanding the aspects of regular exercise and form and posture can help in effectively managing and treating sciatica, right? But it's important for individuals experiencing severe persistent symptoms to seek professional medical advice. So go to a doctor or medical professional if you just cannot combat this, right? A lot of times they'll send you to a physical therapist and they can send you to, or if you don't want to go to a physical therapist, like if you have an educated personal trainer on how to combat this and give you corrective form exercises on how to do this, like myself, we can actually guide you and help you and assist you in combating the effects of sciatic nerve issues. So now here are the exercises, right? I know it's nitty gritty. We're about 14, 15 minutes into the podcast and I ain't not named one exercise. So here's the nitty gritty of sciatic pain, right? Sciatica pain can be debilitating, right? And exercises aimed at stretching and strengthening the muscles surrounding the sciatic nerve can help manage and relieve the pain. So I'm going to give you 10 exercises as far as stretches, and I got a bonus at the end of my video. So if you watch my video to the end, if you're watching this to the end, I'll give you more bonus exercises, right? As far as getting deeper into the nerve and into the tissue. So, number one for a sciatic nerve issue is the knee to chest stretch. All right, so this stretch, you started off with lying on your back with your knees bent flat on the floor, right? And feet flat on the floor. All right, you gently pull one knee toward your chest, all right, holding it with your hands. So hold the stretch for 30 seconds and repeat with the other leg. Now, this is if you got both legs or whatever, but I would rotate, obviously, 30 seconds one leg, 30 seconds the next leg. Do a couple of sets, maybe about 3 sets. That's the first exercise. Number 2, sciatic nerve flossing. What this one is, right, you sit on a chair and straighten one leg with the foot flexed. All right, you flex and point your foot while keeping your leg straight, and you repeat this motion 10 times each leg. So basically, you're sitting on the chair and you're extending while your leg is extended, right, then straightened out, and you're stretching while sitting on the chair. So basically what that does is the upper body, lower body, hammy stretch, glute stretch, lower back, lumbar stretch. All right, so number 3, the pelvic tilt. This exercise, you lie on your back with your knees bent, feet flat on the floor. All right, you tighten your stomach muscle to push your lower back into the floor. All right, hold for a few seconds, then relax. So basically, you tighten your stomach muscle to push your lower back into the floor. Number 4, the seated spinal stretch. All right, you sit on the floor with legs extended straight out. Some people are less conditioned than others, so they probably can't extend their legs completely at like a straight angle, so they'll be bent, slightly bent, but just extend it enough to where you can actually do it. All right, so you bend one knee and place the foot on the floor on the outside of the opposite knee. Then you twist your torso toward the bent knee, using your elbow against the knee for leverage. All right, so that's a good one. I like to do that one, actually. I do that one also. I do that exercise more so than not. I do that exercise more so than not, because to me that gets a full stretch for that lower back lumbar area right there. Actually, talking about this, I'm starting to feel like a little tinkle, like, I want to stretch. But anyway, the piriformis stretch. Excuse me, shit. The piriformis stretch. Lie on your back with both knees bent. To perform this, you lie on your back with both knees bent. All right. Cross one leg over the other so your ankle rests on the bent knee. Then you gently pull the bottom knee toward your chest until you feel a stretch in your buttocks, your butt, your rear, that ass. Anyway, so hold for 30 seconds and switch sides. Do, like I said, maybe 2 to 3 sets of that to get that good stretch. Another one called a bird dog. This is another stretch. So start on your hands, and I ain't doing this one. You can do it. I ain't doing it. I'm just going to suggest it. I'm not saying it's a bad exercise. I'm just saying I don't like to be exposed like this. My dad says, you can do it. You know what I'm saying? Some people more comfortable, yeah. But bird dog, right? So start on your hands and knees, right? Start on your hands and your knees. You're going to extend one arm and the opposite leg simultaneously, keeping your back straight, right? Hold for a few seconds and then switch to the opposite arm and leg. So basically, obviously, you're on the knee right there, this knee right here, bam, arm, and then boom, this one here, boom, arm, like that. Hold for a few seconds. If I'm gonna give you a goal, 10, 15 seconds, 20 seconds, right? If you can. Then switch to the opposite leg and arm. Do about 3 sets of those too. So now this is just 10 exercises. You don't have to do all these exercises, right? If you want to do 2 of them, you want to do 3 of them, you want to do 4 of them, go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Just enough to get enough flexibility, strengthen that, and just work that nerve. Number 7, the standing hamstring stretch, right? So you stand in place 1 foot on a slightly higher surface, such as a step. Bend forward gently, form your hips while keeping your back straight, and hold the stretch for 30 seconds. Switch legs. So you're going to stand there. You're going to place 1 foot on a slightly elevated, surface, such as a step. And you're going to bend forward gently, form your hips while keeping that back straight. And you're going to hold that stretch for 30 seconds. Okay? You're going to hold it for 30 seconds. And then you're going to do it to the other leg. Boom. Elevate it. Bend. 30 seconds. So, switch legs in 30 seconds. 3 sets. Do that. You know what I'm saying? Another one. Number 8 is a cat-cow stretch. All right? So, here, you're going to start on your hands and your knees. Right? So, and you're going to arch your back kind of like a cat-cow. Round it back. When the cat be cowling and all that stuff. So you're going to arch your back toward the ceiling and then dip it toward the floor. All right? That's the cow. So you're going and then you're going like a yoga pose, right? So, and you're going to move slowly between these positions. Do it. I'll say if you're going to do that, do this, do that, do this. Do about 10 reps of that. You know what I'm saying? So hold it. If I do the cat cow, I'll probably hold that for about 5 seconds. You know what I'm saying? The cat. And then we do the cow, do probably another 5 seconds. Go up, do 5 seconds. Go down, do 5 seconds. Do it like that. So, lower back stretch on a chair is number 9, right? So here you're going to sit on a chair. Like I'm sitting on the chair right now. And you're going to widen your legs. You're going to widen them legs up, right? I'm saying you're going to sit on that chair. And you're going to widen them legs up. And then you're going to lean forward until your upper body is between your legs. And try to touch the floor with your hands. This thing like it's a good exercise right here because it's getting that whole, it's not really putting any stress on your hamstring, but it's getting that whole lumbar area where that sciatic nerve is at. And then you're going to hold this position to stretch your lower back. So I say about 10 to 30 seconds, hold it, right? And then when you're done, wait about a minute, do another set, 10 to 30 seconds. Wait about a minute, do another set, 10 to 30 seconds. Boom. So, yeah, that right there is like it'd be a good one for that sciatic nerve stretch. Now, the supine lying on your back, deep gluteal stretch, right? So this one here, you're going to lie on your back and bend your knees on the floor. Back, lie on your back, on the floor, bend your knees, right? Both your knees. Place the ankle of one leg up over the knee of the other. So basically, you're going to cross, while you're laying there, you're going to cross your leg, your ankle over the what's in there, like you're crossing your leg sitting in the chair, right? So you're going to cross your legs sitting in the chair, like you're sitting in the chair. Had to make sure, I feel like my, what's the name was not recording no more. So I'm saying, like, what the hell going on, dog? But anyway, it is recording. So, but you're going to pull the thigh of the bent knee, right? While your legs is crossed toward your chest for a deeper butt stretch. Right? You're going to hold that. So I hold it for about 30 seconds. So y'all can hold it for about 10 to 20, but I hold it for about 30 until you advance to that 30. And then I do it again for the other leg. Hold that mud for about 30 seconds. Then I do it again Hold it for about 30 seconds. Boom. So there you have it, folks. That's your 10 right there. So 10 stretches for sciatic nerve pain and how to deal with sciatic nerve issues. Now, right, here are the bonus exercises, right? I didn't include this, but here are the bonus exercises right here. If you made it this far in the damn podcast, thank you. You gave me some content, you gave me some engagement. So I appreciate that. So here's my bonus for you guys right here. Foam rolling. So foam rolling and NASM is huge in strengthening and lengthening muscles that are tight and that are not lengthened. So sciatic nerve pain comes from, to me, also tighten areas on your body. So foam rolling will be huge in helping this, right? So there's a piriformis, whatever, right? Roll. So this right here on how to do this, you're going to have a foam roller. Foam roller can either be the long, lengthy one, or it can be, you know what I'm saying? Also depends. Like some people use hard PVC pipe tool. I just say go get one from Amazon.com. I have a link to it in my description below. If you want to get a foam roller, to different types. You got the short ones, you got the long ones. I would prefer, if you're going to do this type, to get a longer one. But you can get the shorter one. You can do it any type. So the PVC pipe, I stay away because those are hard and those dig deep. So this one right here, you're going to sit on the foam roller with one foot crossed over the opposite knee in the figure four position, like the figure four leg lock. Yeah, figure four position. So you're going to lean into the buttock of the crossed leg and roll slowly back and forth. Now this can be painful. But as long as you ain't hitting the bone and you getting that muscle, right? You're getting the soft tissue. That's what you want to aim for. Don't try to hit the bone because the bone is not what you're aiming for. The soft tissue, which is the muscle, is what you're aiming for, right? So you're going to use your arm for support and adjust your weight as needed to increase or decrease the pressure, right? So the next one is called the lower back roll, right? So this one is for the lower back. And I use this a lot also. I got some upper back muscular issues going on. And then my lower back, when I was having issues with my lower back, I would always use the foam roll. I stretch, normal do static stretching, but I also, for the most part, use foam rolling. So you're going to place the foam roller under your lower back and keep your feet flat and your knees bent, right? Are you going to support your head with your hands, right? Like, like that. And then like cross your fingers behind your head, know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? About to do the Ravishing Rick Rude Daddy. And then support your head with your hand and gently roll from the base of your rib cage, all right, to your lower back. So be cautious not to roll directly on the spine. Once again, that's your bone. You got to hit soft tissue. But focus on the muscles to the side of your spine. All right, the number 4 foam roll is the hamstring roll. All right, because sciatic nerve issues shoot down the leg, which is your hamstring. So you want to sit with your legs extended, right, and place the foam roller under your thighs. All right, you want to lift your buttocks off the ground and roll from just above your knees up to under your buttocks. All right. And then you're also going to increase the pressure by stacking one leg on top of the other. So you can start off with one leg for the hamstring. And then if you want to, right, you can have the foam roller underneath your hamstring, right? And what you're going to do is add pressure, to add more weight, to add more pressure to that hamstring right there. You're going to put that mug on there. On top to add more pressure, but you got to hold yourself up. Thing about foam rolling is it takes a lot of body weight strength to properly do it. So if you really don't have any upper body weight strength to hold yourself up, just stick to the static stretches. The last one is the IT band roll, right? Well, this one right here, kind of IT band, which is on the side right here. It's in between your quad and your hamstring, the IT band. So you're going to lie on your side with the foam roller under your hip. under your hip. Don't hit the hip bone, right? So you want to like right there at the thigh area. You got the hip bone, and then you got the thigh area. So you're going to roll along the outer thigh from the hip to just above the knee. So you're going to roll that like that IT band roll. So in this video, what I'm going to do, I'm going to have an example of exactly how to do the the foam roll right here. So, and this is also included in my personal trainer app. If you hire me as an online coach, you know what I'm saying? I have actual exercises for every workout that I give to you and examples of how to do. So go to h1warriorstore.com, click on the workout program tab, hire me as your personal trainer. Bow. Right? So there you go. Anyway, so IT band roll, and then the last, like I said, be careful with this exercise that the IT band can be very sensitive to pressure. Very, very sensitive to pressure. When you foam rolling, the pain, if you're doing it wrong, the pain can be immense, right? So you want to make sure you're getting a soft tissue, you're not hitting bone, and then if it is painful, like I said, you got to have the body weight strength, the calisthenic strength, to kind of like use your own body, your own physical strength to determine how much weight and pressure you're going to put on that foam roller. So these are just some tips right here for you guys. This is probably my longest podcast episode ever, I believe. At least coming back. So I'm at 31 minutes right now. I'm going to try to cut it up a little bit, but this right here for sciatic nerve, this is, like I said, this is debilitating. If you have some time to listen to the podcast for this specific issue right here, I appreciate you taking the time out to at least take a listen, and I hope you learn some valuable tips on how to combat sciatic nerve issues by listening to this podcast. Until next time, you know what it is. Start it. Own it. Finish it.
You've been listening to the Start It, Own It, Finish It podcast. Be sure to subscribe to receive new episodes. Link up with Dat Boy Mo 629 on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, or visit him at ace1warrior.com. Until next time, start it, own it, finish it.